There was a lack of virtual options and
Accessible. Maya Mama, I don't believe I've got the YouTube live stream up and now I see it. No, of course. Of course. Maya, it's why I made the first two paragraphs of our show so vampy and introductory, but I do like them and I want to start over. Is that okay? All right, amazing. So we're starting over from the beginning. Maya, you go ahead and play that opening video again. Let's do it. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our third annual accessible virtual Pride live stream. Woo! I am Claudia. I am an African American woman wearing a rainbow colored dress and beautiful beads in front of a rainbow universe. My access check in is that I'm very, very tired and I'm all flared up, but I'm also full of so much excitement to be here. I've got my water, and all my access needs are met at this time. This is our opening remarks section where we're giving context for the event, introducing ourselves as hosts, giving a decolonized greeting, and reviewing the accessibility levels for this live stream. You'll note we are doing access check-ins to help the event and each other better support our access needs. We normalize this practice and invite you to name your access needs to our facilitators in the chat. If we can't meet your needs right now, we can learn from them and improve for the future.
I'm Jasenia. I'm a native, brown skinned cis woman wearing a tiara, red glasses, and I'm coming to you from the land of the Waco and Humanos people. And my access check in is that I'm also very tired and otherwise very excited to be here. We began producing accessible virtual pride 2 years ago when we were feeling frustrated that so many local pride celebrations were not investing in our safety any longer. There was a lack of virtual options and no masking. It felt particularly isolating to the disability community. I lead One Free Community and I'm communications producer with Calling Up Justice. Claudia reached out to me and our community powers combined to create this event. We did not have any funding at first, but we had the power of the people in our communities. This is our third year with even more partners and financial support. Thanks to the Mellon Foundation, Disability Justice Culture Club, Mouthwater Arts, STEM Punks, Transmarch, Ability First Ottawa, and individuals who gave everything from $7 to $50, and of course, all of our volunteers. This is a group effort.
Hey everybody, I'm Gata. My pronouns are she and they. I am an Afro-Caribbean brown cis woman, femme. The visual description is I am sitting in the flames of the destruction of American imperialism. And I'm wearing this neon top, very cute little neon top. And I'm coming to you today from Tongvaland, also known as LA. My access needs is that sometimes I will just have my camera off. Sometimes you may hear my dog bark in the back, but I will be sure to mute myself. So yesterday was full of awesome activities. Throughout today's show, we will be sharing reports from yesterday to give a taste of the great vibes, mutual aid exchange, diversity, and the strength of the community. We'll be sharing art from our online art galleries, accessible via our website and the digital encampment. There will also be poems, dances, performances, and speeches from our community and our event partner, Mouthwater Arts. Saira Barbaric will be telling you more on that later, but for now, we're in for a treat of creative dance.
Hey y'all, I'm Letitia, And I'm a honey skinned Black person. And today I'm given punk rock mermaid prep school vibes with some rainbow flower earrings, some blue lipstick, and sparkly teal blue kind of necktie necklace. And behind me is all of my wonderful plants and my wonderful hot pink deer named Rosie. And I'm coming to you from the land of the Haudenosaunee, specifically Seneca Nation, also known as Rochester, New York. My access needs right now are just I have some water, I have some back pain, but I'm feeling good to be here with y'all. Accessible Virtual Pride is produced by Calling Up Justice and One Free Community with amazing partners and collaborators whose efforts you will witness. We'll be showing our vendor booths and links to participants later in the show. After the show, we will invite you to join us in our digital encampment for a dance party. We have spent months editing videos, making visual assets, and designing the digital spaces to give you the Mouthwater Country experience inside the digital encampment. It's got hours of great materials and experiences to explore on Sunday, July 6th and beyond.
Hello. Yes. We call ourselves Accessible Virtual Pride because we are a pride event held online centering disability justice principles. You are now watching us via YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe. And we are watching the live stream from our digital encampment. Be sure to sign up now. We are COVID safe. We are accessible to colleagues from a distance and those who cannot leave their home for a number of reasons. We've scheduled ourselves to be accessible to our intentional participants and to use crib time with plenty of breaks and limited hours in our planning. We have quiet spaces inside the digital encampment if you need to decompress but still feel in community. Please participate in whatever way is most accessible for you. Access is a negotiation, and we may interrupt ourselves for an access hold to better serve your access needs.
So, dominant culture tells us that we are required to be physically unhappy when we are in front of computers. In resistance to that, you are invited to get comfortable, take care of any food and water needs, move however you need, and do whatever allows you to honor your body mind. It is also okay to come in and out as you need. A digital variety show is a little like a parade you can enjoy from the comfort of home. Make yourself comfortable. Make noise in the crowd by leaving comments of emoticons or emojis in the spaces you are in. Take screen caps and post what you like later on social media. We want to feel the love now and in the future.
We want to give thanks to the Disability Justice Culture Club for their generous support of our access services. This year, our workshops on July 4th and this live stream have ASL provided by Ghostlight Interpreting. So we want to give a shout out and thank you to Kevin, Jesse, Joey, and Alicia. Thank you. Yay. We have captions available in the Zoom spaces and live streams. We acknowledge that the Gathertown platform can take time to learn to use, and it requires a strong internet signal. And it does not have good native accessibility tools built into it. This is why we are centering Zoom and live streaming to YouTube. Access is an ongoing negotiation. We are not producing perfection. We are producing pleasure and political power.
Now join us in a decolonized greeting. Post your personal land acknowledgement in the chat. We acknowledge that settler colonizers and imperialists from Europe took the unceded lands on which we gather by force from indigenous ancestors and present-day peoples who have stewarded land, water, living beings since time immemorial. Please reflect and act on your responsibilities to indigenous people in your location, given this information.
We acknowledge the dominant culture, stolen land, and forced, unpaid, or coerced labor of enslaved Black people and many other groups. Since our activities are shared digitally to the internet, we must also take a moment to consider the legacy of colonization embedded within technological structures, including the equipment and high-speed internet, which are not available in many marginalized communities. In the spirit of the disability justice principle of cross-movement solidarity, we share these final words as part of our decolonizing greeting. We are in solidarity with the many movements for justice. We honor the lives of all who endured and continue to endure in the face of settler colonialism, white supremacy, and ableism. Access hold.
Before I'm done, I want to shout out before I'm done, I want to shout out to Vanessa Hernandez Cruz, Kayla Hamilton, India Harville, Mixed Pucks Plenty, Neve Mazik. These are all folks that helped found what Mouthwater was and worked with me to kind of grow and build our first festival. Colonially known is a phrase I got from Vanessa that I love so much. And then I'll say that the space in the dance is something that I would say it got clarified for me, the way that I like to hold space in the dance for the ability of my movers, is what Kayla Hamilton would call a crip tweak. And I'm very interested in that in my dance and in my choreography, in making as much elasticity and choices as possible for my dancers, because I primarily work with other disabled dancers. And so thank you all so much for coming to this session. I have been Saira Barbaric, use any and all pronouns. And this has been Groove and Connect.
Wow, that was Saira Barbaric of Mouthwater Arts. We will be seeing a lot of work from Mouthwater, who partner for this year's Pride. Give it up for this multi-talented artist who led a movement workshop, danced, produced, and did visual art, and just gave us an amazing, awesome speech. You can read more about these artists on the website. We're dropping those links in the chat, but keep up with your reactions. But we will keep up with your reactions. We love to see that feedback in real time.
Definitely. I was there for that workshop as a mod, and I was grooving, okay? And speaking of those feedback forms, we also need feedback that lasts after the event. Our moderators are dropping a link to our feedback into the chat right now. So please take a moment now or later to fill it out and let us know how we're doing and what you'd like to experience with us in the future. Now let's keep this virtual accessible pride energy going with a tour of our Gathertown space we're all headed to after this live stream.
Maya Mama, let's start the tour. Let's start the tour of the digital encampment right now. Jacinia, let's do it. Welcome to the LGBTQIA2S plus Oasis. The digital encampment was a space that we designed last year to create a digital space for students who were making student encampments on campus. And we recognized that many students were not going to be able to spend the night in a tent. Sometimes it wasn't going to be safe for them. And also it wasn't always COVID safe. So we made a space, and these little tents, if you look at these little tents down here, all these little tents lead to different activisms. If you click X, they will open up to a different story of people doing activism, or a place where you can join people doing activism. This camp area, it's here all the time, and we've got a place for Pride Archives. I'll take us over there. Boop, boop, boop. Just walking our little person. I'm just double clicking my mouse on the area to take us to an area archive section. But let's get out of the past. Let's go to the present. If we go over here on this billboard, that's the information for this year's Accessible Virtual Pride. Now I'm going to take you to the rainbow doors. Come to the LGBTQIA2S plus Oasis, where we have these beautiful doors leading us to activities. This first red door, it has like a little saxophone on it, little coffee icon on it. That leads you to the speakeasy. It's a little coffee spot that's dedicated to a Black lesbian jazz legend. So check out that space of racial justice. That was designed 2 years ago, and we just want to make sure people have access to it, and you can check it out. You can also we like the idea of having spaces that are about racial justice as well with our community. The next space is the Speakeasy, Studio 54. You'll see a little disco ball. That's a little dance area that you can go to. Again, that area was designed years ago, and we're just making it accessible to everyone. Right here, if you go to here, this is the vendor booth. Let's go into the vendor booth, and we can see
That's what I'm about to say. I was like, these are portals, right? These will take you to the other spaces.
These are all portals. I don't want to get people too lost.
Yeah.
So now we're going to go through, check out the vendor booths at our Accessible Virtual Pride. Welcome to the vendor booths. So each of these vendor booths will let you know and connect you to different organizations that are helping to give us support. I'm going to take us out though, because I don't want to spend too much time in any of these areas. But when we go to the art gallery, I think I am going to talk us through how to use the Gathertown. So here we are. We're still in this area, this main entrance. You'll note I went out the exit and just spit me out into a random area. We love this. So this main canoe leads you to the main entrance for the entire thing. I'm going to end us there. So at the end of this tour, I'm going to show us the main entrance that shows us how to get everywhere. And that's generally where you're going to spawn your character. In fact, what am I doing? Let's start there. Let's start where your character is going to spawn.
We can always start at the beginning.
Yes. All right. It's a very good place to start. Welcome to the digital encampment orientation area. This orientation area includes tutorials and is a map to lead you everywhere you need to go. On the bottom, there are theater spaces. There's our code of conduct. There's a start guide and accessibility guide. We're not going to go to the Quiet Plaza, but if you get stressed out, go to the Quiet Plaza. It's chill AF. If you feel stressed out, go to the Quiet Plaza, everyone. But let's check out the doors. All these doors lead to fun, exciting locations. Tomorrow's activities, the variety show, that door is going to hyperlink to the YouTube. Let's check out the art gallery together. Here's the door to the art gallery, this purple door. Just going to walk through this purple door into the art gallery, and here we are in our accessible virtual Pride art gallery. Look at us being little tiny people. It's so cute. And it's going to take you to some art. Let's check out Mouthwater Country to close this out. Mouthwater Country. We're going to go through this pool and these lips. Here we are. Here's the main area for Mouthwater Country. Welcome to Mouthwater Country. You'll clock that right over here. It says, write us a message. We would love it if you leave us a message, and that leads you to a board where you can leave us a message to say something you experienced. Desert Refuge is an area of hot air balloons that will help you fly high and learn more about different organizations that have collaborated. Sunset Room. Inside the Sunrise Sunset Room, we invite you to learn beneath the cypress trees and activate a cypress tree to learn more about an artist, and also write us a message. Men and women and people who are ready to share pearls of beautiful, beautiful, things that I can't show you. Y'all, actually, I'm realizing I cannot activate the pearls.
And that's where we're going to have our dance party. Our dance party is right after the variety show, July 5th. We'll be holding a dance party inside this Mouthwater Dance Club. It's a jungle dance club.
Blessings be bizarre. I was so, again, fortunate to have to do this again, to get to do this for the second year in a row. I've already volunteered for next year. I love it because people were able to volunteer ahead of time, and then we had last minute participants to come in and round it all out. It was fun. Everything was an amazing experience.
Queerness, in a way, saved my life. Often we see queerness as a deprivation, but when I look at my life, I saw that queerness demanded an alternative innovation for me. I had to make alternative routes. It made me curious. It made me ask, is this enough for me?
In front of you is a sensory overloaded white non-binary person. Covered in white flowers. A rainbow umbrella is floating above my hands with a crooked wooden handle and a long metal tip. Oh, I see that.
we talked about service dogs in this session. We went over what they do, how to get one, and the law, service dog law. And I'll show a video of my service dog, Haven. Thanks, everyone.
What did you think of these? Oh my gosh. Let us know in the chat. I love finding out how the open mic went with Blessings Be and seeing the video that's full of perfect pride vibes with a poem by Ocean Vuong made by Babs, aka Abby Mahler, followed by the fantastic performance from Curiosity Paradox, hearing from Janie's session on service animals. Give it up to our digital reactions.
Y'all, I have been seeing you in the chats. I am doing too much. I am in the YouTube. I'm in the Gathertown. I'm seeing you everywhere. Y'all are reacting so positively, and I also see the mods holding it down, protecting our community. We would like to take this moment to invite you to visit our vendor booth. Now, if you go to the vendor booth board, they're going to drop a link in the chat, but also you can go to the Gathertown to access our vendor boards. You can also access it through the Calling of Justice website. We're inviting participants to leave information about how to keep in touch with them and also how to support them as individuals. So we'd like for you to either, you can access people's pay links to pay them actual money by going to the program. So there's 2 pages in the schedule, the program schedule, and on the second page of the program schedule, you will be able to access that and support the people who helped make this place what it is. This year we were able to raise enough to cover our digital rent and all of our access services, and the rest of this project is produced through sweat equity. Everybody's just volunteering and working really long hours, and we couldn't do all of this without everybody giving so much. So just thank you right now in the audience for supporting them directly. And I believe Maya Mama is in the background doing amazing stuff, showing you not only what the vendor area looks like inside of the digital encampment, but also giving you a look at the vendor board so you can have a look at what it looks like. So I'm going to pass the microphone back to, oh, that's what it looks like. So that's what the vendor board looks like. You can access all of our partners, our sponsors, and some of the organizers. And like I said, if you can give a donation to one of those volunteers that met with us for weeks and months to make this happen, we encourage it. Back to you, Jacinda.
And now we're going to return to celebrating our queer community and disability community. In this next section, it's going to be focusing on the diversity of sessions and artist offerings that explore intimacy and commitment.
We talked about how to teach your children about sex ed and having appropriate conversations about multiple topics: consent, boundaries, autonomy, puberty, emotional and relationship health, uh, products, pH balance, safely touching yourself in the shower when no one's watching, if it feels. We talked about how to teach your children about sex ed and having appropriate conversations about multiple topics: consent, boundaries, autonomy, puberty, emotional and relationship health, uh, products, pH balance, safely touching yourself in the shower when no one's watching. If it feels good, do it. If it hurts, don't do it. And also about the fact that I am a surrogate partner provider. Those are all the things we talked about today, and basically helping children grow up and unpack or not have any shame around their body. Nudity is not inherently sexual. And, everybody deserves comprehensive sex ed.
And we had conversations about intimacy, right? We talked about different ways that people have showed up for each other in relationships in intimate ways, different kinds of relationships that they've had, times where it hasn't gone well, and how people have navigated it to be well. And we talked also about the difficulty of being disabled people, where when we have access needs, that's really important for intimacy, and it makes it harder for us to be able to access relationships. And we also talked about how, there are power dynamics in relationships, and sometimes, or queer elder queer elder Gloria mentioned that the person who has more power in the relationship doesn't necessarily want to have an equitable conversation. And another participant member talked about how sometimes they have relationships with people who are privileged in different ways, and it's just a matter of understanding. So there was like a lot of really interesting subjects, and people talked about how, I'm gonna scroll up, look at me, about how important it is to like articulate it, and they wanted the conversations to go longer, and so did I. And it was really exciting because this is my first time presenting on the subject, and I'm really, really happy that people liked it and found meaning in it, and that I got to hear so many different people's stories of their lives and relationships.
Hi, I'm Intimacy. Had a great time today talking about how to make your sex life more accommodating and accessible. Be vulnerable. Tell them the whole truth. Let them know what you like, what doesn't hurt, and tell them we have to be creative to figure this out. Whatever feels good to you, sex with yourself, sex with others, sex with objects that were not necessarily made for sex but aren't going to cause you harm, I support it. Charlie?
I'm Charlie. I'm a sex educator, part of the Good Love Project. This is Sarah and G, a canonically married couple that I've had in my life since I was 4 years old. And they helped us explore different ways to have sex as a disabled person, to show that your body doesn't have to look a certain kind of way for you to get freaky and have a good ass time. Get creative, you deserve sex, and you don't have to explain that shit to anybody.
Wow. Just wow, y'all. Big thanks to Nomi Lamb of Sins Invalid, Intimacy Connemore, Oro, Ellis, Jacqueline Box, Grace, and Hearth. And just forgive my Rochester accent with all of those names, y'all. As disabled people, it is important that we get to truly live in the fullness of our entire identities. Can you give it up for the great education, art, and affirmation? Or shoulder shimmy, however you want to celebrate.
All right, so we would like to now share a little from our 2025 Accessible Virtual Art Gallery. Every year, we are sharing ideas and power through different mediums. Our art gallery constrains everything from photos of paintings, to links, to short films, to digital art. You'll have access to the NSFW, also known as Not Safe for Work, art gallery outside of this live stream. Good news is that it will be available in the digital encampment and the website. Don't forget to like and subscribe and sign up for the digital encampment.
Hi, I'm Amanda with Sunflower Creative Movement. We just got finished with an expressive art session that focused on dancing and music and being and expressing ourselves while connecting with other people. It was fantastic. It was amazing. And I wish you could have been here to experience it.
So we just had the pleasure to present about accessible zine workshopping. Basically, we looked at Canva and PowerPoint on how it can be accessible platforms to create screen reader friendly and other disability friendly strategies for zine making, because it's a creative act of labor, but also an act of love. We followed the Project Disabilities projects motto, which is Access is Love, and we want to embody that with zine making and encourage others in their activism.
We love working with our community and giving more access strategies to everybody so we can see more zine resources being published in a digital world in accessible formats, because access intimacy is love for all. And we look forward to seeing your publications in the future soon.
Hello, everybody. So I will be reading the following poem. From a young age that I was different. I knew at the very moment, always get to hear with people because they from our class.
Access hold for audio.
Oh, okay. So it's just
Amazing. And this is why we do an access hold.
Oh, and you
oh, there we go. Okay. The following poem is called Ache. Blowing baby pink hubba bubba bubbles, strolling down carless streets. The sharp pains of brain freeze stop me in my Thank you. Olive branch. I know my body will grow just like the olive tree hidden in the Panorama City Library, waiting in the shade, anticipating to be pruned off its dark and plump olives. This malice petite body, my soul, choose sunbathing to warm my soul, to completely surrender into. I bask, linger into it. Thank you. Aisle ×3. Crying down the aisle of Dollar Tree. It's done. There's no more what was, or almost and almost. Just and only. I get all the time my eye says, will I ever love again? Remnants of the old purple purse, lay the top of the Harbor Freight trash can. Thank you.
Calendar of despair you hang on your wall, counting intimate days until you give up the ghost. A mirror reflecting back all of your regrets. Images linger after you've turned away. The hollow days never changed on and all those things you've never changed your life. Photograph album of all your regrets. Taking just moments past your darkest hour. Pockets heavy with disappointment and always afraid of what you might leave behind. The hollow days never changed your mind. In all those things, you never changed your life. Candles light the path down your memories live. Breezes keep blowing them out one by one. Stumbling along your way alone in the dark. Nothing could have prepared you for the fall. The hollow days never changed your mind. And all those things you never changed your life. The hollow days never changed your mind. And all those things you never changed your life. Days, all those things, all those things.
Accessible virtual pride is only possible because of all of the participants doing everything they are doing. Your specific observations in the chat are a gift to these artists who did the workshops and those who provided performances. So please, thank you already for saying a thing you noticed or liked. I saw you in the chat observing that Stephanie's poetry was beautiful, despite the internet thwarting us. This is why we often have pre-recorded performances, because we don't want internet connectivity disturbing our ability to get the amazing artists and great speeches to you. So just thank you very much for saying something in this chat, saying something you noticed that you liked, say something that you felt. Sharing your feelings is valuable. So let's give it up for Amanda with the amazing Semantics workshop, and Deej Nuts giving it up for families together. That was amazing drag king performances. Give it up for Jessica King and and Stephanie and Terry Hudson's beautiful video exploring chronic illness. Now, let's take a moment to make sure we keep this momentum going over the coming weeks, months, and years. This is an annual event and is our ongoing programming like CripCreate and other artistic programming and relationships that make it possible. Jasenia, I would like to invite you to tell everyone how they can find a daily accessible space with and for disabled folks.
Absolutely. One Free Community is a Discord that you can attend at any time. It's open, onefreecommunity.com. It's a BIPOC-led collaborative project working towards building communities and providing disability and neuroaffirming spaces online through TikTok and Discord. We are a decolonized focused advocacy organization committed to mutual aid and collective cross-solidarity activism. We are a digital third space, open to the public to help us find and support each other in community. We host weekly events, pioneering initiatives, such as this event right here, Accessible Virtual Pride. Our diverse membership creates a brave space for our collaborative mutual aid and social change. We are actively decolonizing through educational programs and meaningful collaborations with like-minded organizations. OFC is actively focusing on centering the most marginalized among us and by supporting each other doing anti-racism work. One Free Community is part of Calling Up Justice. Claudia, will you say more about Calling Up Justice?
Sure will. Thank you, Jasenia. Calling Up Justice. We think of ourselves like a forest of trees, sharing nutrients underground through our root systems and fungi. We're cultural producers, tech workers, artists, social justice activists. We publish and share content, resources on justice. We build and facilitate digital spaces like this one for co-working and meaning making. Disability, racial, and gender justice fuel our work. We serve as advisors on governance boards. We consult institutions and individuals. We hold peer education programs. We envision new paths to organize and produce outside of colonized ways. We're trying to build the future for ourselves and each other. We consult staff, design online and in-person events. Our work is both live and asynchronous. We love the hybrid as well as the purely digital or physical. We build and facilitate connections. We're prolific. And this is the magic of our decentralized power sharing. We're producing justice online, on stage, and on the streets.
Now coming up is Mix Pucks Aplenty, Elder Talk with Gloria, Dance from Vanessa Cruz, and powerful videos from Slain Bloom.
I am so honored today to have been here with Gloria Nefertiti Jackson, or Gloria
Jackson Nefertiti.
There we go. A queer elder who is bisexual, polyamorous, Black and beautiful, Black don't crack, 68-year-old survivor, warrior, resilient, neurodiverse, just amazing, oozing with love and happiness. What did you talk about with us today?
Well, I talked about what it was like for me coming out as bisexual and polyamorous in the early 1980s. I also talked about what it was like for me growing up in Mississippi and then moving to Portland, Oregon, and always being the only Black person. But basically, feeling like an other so many times in my life. And it feels so good to be able to, share my knowledge with people now.
I've been awake for hours, or maybe minutes, or days. It doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. Only the credits do.
7 a.m. Login required to maintain healthcare coverage. Login required. Login required.
Turn off alarm and log in.
Working. Working.
Welcome, Nina. Current labor credit balance 6.
System override. I can't keep waiting.
Insufficient work credits. Please resume task to avoid penalty. This policy is non-negotiable.
Fuck. Shit. I could die from this infection. Keep moving. You can do it.
Inactivity threshold approaching. Please resume task.
I don't know what day it is, but I can't stop. I'm getting worse. My fever's so high. Gotta keep going. This is what they want. You pass until you fail, and failing means you're not worth saving. If your body breaks, they say it's weakness. If you stop working, they say it's choice. But I've never stopped trying.
Session expired.
That's what killed me.
No user detected.
You don't have to
No
say
user
it.
detected. No
I
user.
can tell by the way you call my name. Think that you can take it. All of me, blood.
Wow.
Y'all, this country is killing us. Ah! Sorry, I'm just having emotional reactions. Ah!
It seems like every day that passes, it's just more and more like another Black Mirror episode. And I'm just like, are we in a Black Mirror episode or is this real life? Oh my goodness.
So true. So true. It's just Jim Crow 3.0 accelerated. And when does it end? That's all I have to say. When does it end? From the founding of this country until now, when does it end?
Gata, I took your line though. I took your line. What was your line?
This country is killing us.
Do you agree?
Respond in the chat. Respond in the chat, y'all. Let us know. Let us know.
What can we do? This is the question we've been asking ourselves when we were writing the script. How are we supposed to respond as a community?
Well, one answer is to not be in denial. That's the first part of the answer. This is impacting BIPOC or BIPOC communities, LGBTQAI2S+. Ooh, I said all of the alphabet, y'all. We are a wonderful alphabet soup. Communities and disabled communities. We will keep working together to stay alive. And we're
going to continue. We're going to continue to do what we have been doing. We're going to continue working in CripTime. We've been surviving genocides generationally. We scheduled this event, this anti-genocide event. We scheduled this anti-genocide event last year before we even knew what a big, beautiful bill even was.
We do what we can to do sustainably for the long haul. We stay connected and we stay in our community.
We trade knowledge, we trade resources, we celebrate ourselves, and we have a good time.
We continue to organize on all fronts. We honor the lessons of the past, and we lean into what the future has to teach us. We keep fighting to stay alive, and we look fabulous while doing it.
Speaking of community connections and looking fabulous, let's get a closer look with our final Accessible Pride workshop report out from the Get Ready With Me this morning, the party and the fashion show, and our final live speaker reflecting on a youth perspective.
I'll go next. Hey y'all, I'm Lutisha, and I'm a human being. And I believe that all human beings deserve happiness, wealth, peace, and joy, and food on the table, and to live the life that they want to be living. Okay, bye.
Hey, I'm Claudia, and I'm a Black woman, and I am sick of the big, beautiful bill, and I think we need to do something different. The audience says they can't hear. They can't hear the video. This was such a fabulous report out, Maya Mama. And I'm going to stop. All right.
Hello, I am Catherine. I am a white queer woman, and I am tired of fighting to get the medical care that I need and deserve, and from hearing so many other disabled friends of mine having to fight for that as well.
Okay, I'm gonna try this out. Hi, I'm Stencil. I am a Black and Indigenous queer person in St. Louis, Missouri, and I am so tired of fighting over land.
I'm Jasenia. I'm Native, I'm queer, I'm pan, I'm non-monogamous, and I'm glad that we've made accessible virtual pride for queer disability spaces.
I'm Erica. I'm queer and disabled, and I believe that spaces like this uplift dignity, which is being assaulted every day. I'm glad to be here with you.
Hey y'all, this is Maya Mama speaking live, and at this point in time, I'm saying I'm very, very, very excited about everything. So, it looks like I forgot to turn my microphone on for the live show.
Okay, perfect. Hi, everyone. My name is Lucas Ceja. I use he, him pronouns, and I am so excited to be here. For the visual description, I am a light-skinned Latino trans man wearing a black t-shirt and stud earrings made out of tiger's eye. I'm coming to you from the ancestral and traditional homeland of the Chicano-speaking Ohlone people. My background is a wall in my room with a pattern of monochromatic squares, and I've also hung up behind me a flag that combines the beautiful colors of the rainbow flag and the Mexican coat of arms, which I believe is a beautiful representation of who I am and what I am passionate about. Currently, I'm a rising senior at the College Preparatory School in Oakland, California, and for the past 3 years, I have been committed to ensuring the belonging of all students on our campus. At my school, I've channeled this passion for equity and belonging into my leadership roles. As a Latinos Unidos leader, I work to uplift Latina voices and create spaces where students can celebrate our cultures, share experiences, and build solidarity. I've helped plan various cultural events, lead discussions on identity and systematic issues, and make our community much more visible on campus. Secondly, as a gender and sexuality awareness leader, otherwise known as GSA, I advocate for LGBTQIA+ students by promoting understanding and acceptance, fostering allyship, and ensuring that our school is a safe and affirming place for people of all gender identities and sexual orientations. Through weekly meetings, campaigns, and peer support, I strive to dismantle and build inclusive understanding alongside my co-leaders. And finally, in my role as an affinity identity-based representative, I serve as a bridge between all affinity clubs on my campus and the broader school leadership, meaning upper administration at our school. I listen deeply to the needs of students from historically marginalized backgrounds and bring those perspectives to school conversations about equity, policy, and culture. Across all of these roles, my goal is to center community, uplift intersectional identities, and help every student feel like they truly belong. And speaking from the heart, the reason why I am so passionate about this work is because as a trans Latino kid living in America currently, I think all of us can say that we want to feel like normal children. I want to be 17 years old without having to constantly worry about my safety. I thankfully live in California, which is much more fortunate than most to say in the United States, and I am extremely grateful to have parents and family who will love me unconditionally. But I also understand that not everybody has that, especially in the BIPOC queer community, which is why I dedicate my time during school and outside of school every week to meetings to ensure that everyone has a supportive space and supportive friends that they can come to on our campus. Thank you very much.
Thank you, thank you, Lucas. That was an amazing speech. Oh my goodness gracious. This event is not possible without the large hugeness of our beautiful community. So just Lucas, we just want to say thank you for that beautiful speech. Let me hand the microphone to Lutisha to help us close out with our closeout energy.
Y'all, we did it. We did it! First, say thank you to yourselves, and I hope you had a good time. And don't forget to join us for the dance party later. But I just want to thank you all for joining us for 2025's Accessible Virtual Pride.
We did it, hoes! Thank you to our supporters of our Stone Soup Style project and organizers Calling Up Justice, One Free Community, and Mouthwater Dance.
And thank you to the supporters who made this weekend possible. Our sponsors are Ability First Ottawa, STEM Punks, Trans March, Disability Justice Culture Club, and CripCreate. Hey, y'all! Our fiscal sponsors, SPM Disability Justice Fund, Intersection for the Arts, the Mellon Foundation. And thanks to all the facilitators and mods, GJ, Tai, Juicy, and Flaming. Thanks to Rye, Maya Mama. Listen, y'all, I'm going to say this. Maya Mama is amazing. Look at all the stuff that Maya Mama is doing for the show. Every single day, every single Zoom coming in. Let me tell you, that is a backbone and the heart of a lot of what we do. The tech people are kind of, love you so much. Michelle Funk, Sky River, and Newer Vapor for editing and design labor. Look at all those videos, y'all. Y'all, we are amazing. I'm just letting you know.
Amazing. Y'all are amazing. And just thank you also to the Disabled and Here Stock Photography Collection for the photos that we used in our opening video. I don't know if you noticed, but I'm in one of those photos. And Justinia's in one of those photos because that's how we do. We are cross-collaborating all over the place. So big, gigantic shout out to CripCreate, right? Because CripCreate didn't give us money. CripCreate gave us space to organize and people. So Lutisha helps CripCreate happen. Catherine Hope makes CripCreate happen. They're meeting right now. They meet every single Saturday, and we invite you to join them after our dance party and use CripCreate as like a cool down talk space. CripCreate is twice a week because we need weekly spaces to connect. We also want to give a shout out to Garden. Our digital encampment would not exist without the inspiration of what Garden is. Garden is this gorgeous BIPOC only gathertown space, and we're really grateful to be connected to them. But here's the question. We've told you about CripCreate, where you'll be able to connect with disability affinity space throughout the year, and that's part of what we did here today. And we've told you about we've told you about Garden, where you can meet throughout the year, so you can have BIPOC affinity space. And we've told you about the digital encampment, where you can meet 24/7 throughout the year to organize and witness work and see stuff. But how are we going to get our accessible party energy on after this?
Yes. Thank you so much, Claudia. I'm also a mod for Garden. So if you want to come join us at Garden in Gathertown, you want to go to meetatgarden.com. It's that easy. Also, another place to have party energy, like you were mentioning, is Air Orgy LA. I am personally inviting everybody here to Air Orgy LA. It's a COVID safer community event in LA that centers sick and disabled QTBIPOC folks. We center play, pleasure, and community care. There will be multiple DJ sets. I will be DJing, playing old school reggaeton, merengue, salsa, and other Afro beats. All right. This is in person, high filtration mask required, COVID testing required. If you need any PPE, we will happily give them to you for free. Be sure to follow us at Air Orgy LA on Instagram. So we'll also have speed friending so you can meet other COVID safer folks. We're going to have a y'all masking outdoor booth, and it's just going to be a really fun time. You do not want to miss out.
Absolutely. This is amazing. I plan on being there, by the way. I'm going to get over there. That's happening. Also, don't forget to follow us, follow our newsletter. Let me get my words out. Follow our newsletter, Calling Up Justice. It's kofi.com/callingupjustice. You can also sign up for this year's event, for next year's event, for this event next year. We're going to drop these links in the chat, y'all, so just keep an eye out. We also have a feedback form. The feedback form is so you can tell us, how did it go? What did you love? What did you need that we didn't have? Do you want to host an event? Let us know.
Y'all, this kind of event is impossible without either $1 million and a lot of institutional support or the power of the people. I want to apologize for not having the capacity to list all of the names of all of the human beings. Like, just know the desire is there, and we've just failed to put all the list of the names of all the people who volunteered to make all of the workshops possible yesterday, all the facilitators, also all the people who attended our planning meetings. I remember some of you, you attended one planning meeting, had one sentence where you said, well, what if you did this? And then we did, and that's why it's happening. This event is designed by you. It is manifested, it is femifested by you all, right? So after this event, we are all now going to the Gathertown to dance inside the Mouthwater Dance Party Club Lounge. So come join us in the Gathertown. We're going to drop the link for that Gathertown in there. Like we said, after the Gathertown, you should go to CripCreate. If you can't stop, won't stop, you can go to the CripCreate and keep the disability party going. Our accessible virtual pride is with and for our disabled community and our LGBTQIA2S plus community. Allies are so welcome. As an organizing strategy, this event has been collaborating with different pride celebrations across the country to help them increase their accessibility and live stream their own events throughout the year. So us picking July 4th weekend to produce our events was strategic. So they could attend our event, we could attend their events, we could amplify each other, and also because this is Disability Pride Month, and also because this gives us the opportunity on July 4th to celebrate us instead of celebrating the U.S. So let's go make everything great and get our dance on. Thanks for making accessible virtual Pride 2025 awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. See you next year. Come back next year. Goodbye. Thank you, Ghostline Interpreting. Woo!